Welcome. Yes, you're in the new Providence. When niggas get to snapping like they got no common sense. When we approach with confidence, we go with confidence. Cause I'm consistent enough to throw the hardest to the fence.
And yeah, bitch, I'm on top of my game. So we can take my picture, put it in a superstar frame.
Now I get steady looks, cause I got heavy push. A playmaker with the rock, no Reggie Bush. Yeah, the Betty look kinda like a heavy book. They ready shook cause they already heard the hook.
Yo, Beer Bros
salud,
back in the building, baby. Y'all know what time it is, man. Cheers. Let's get this shit popping. We are your weekly bad decision, and we in the building. I'm VO the face for sports. Beer Bros, let's get it popping. We got my guy Silly C with the numbers.
Ha ha ha! It's your boy. Let's get him.
It's
your boy.
And we also got my guy Jay Reeves, the gambler.
Beer Bros. Boom!
Boom! Y'all know what time it is. Look who stepped into the room. We about to get this one popping, man. We are the Beer Bros, man. We about to preview week 4. But before we go into week 4, man, let's look back at the week 3 that was and kind of just pay respect to some of the bad decisions we made last week. Silly C, let's go ahead and kick it off with you. What bets or fantasy players were you a day late and a dollar short on?
Man, I thought I would never ever say this, but it actually resided in a Chicago player.
Ew.
I just don't know. Yeah, you right? But Khalil
That's
Herbert.
on you.
He went beast mode. 20 carries, 157 yards, 2 rushing tuds. He had 2 receptions for 12 yards. He just beast moded. You know what I'm saying? 33 points. DraftKings missed out on him. I was kind of upset. And then Jalen Hurts.
You're talking in daily fantasy. So, do you think this guy is somebody that should be rostered in the leagues looking forward?
I don't think Chicago has much, and Montgomery hasn't proved anything. So I would say yes.
So Jay Reeves, you got feet on the ground, not necessarily in Chicago, but that's your team too, man. They're 2-1, but people ain't treating them like they above 500. What's going on?
Yeah, the passing game is.
What's going on in the running back field? Like more importantly, too.
But so they have to run the ball a lot, and the boy Monty, David Montgomery with knee and an ankle injury. So Khalil Herbert is looking real nice for what they've been trying to do game working with David Montgomery. But Khalil Herbert is a really good talent, and but that's kind of hard to determine on daily fantasy.
Yeah, man, daily fantasy, some people just pop. It might have been an oddity. Jay Reeves, maybe you've been having trouble in something that's like more consistent. What's going on with you? What bets and fantasy players were you a day late and a dollar short on?
Oh, I thought you were talking about my internet. But we're going to jump right into it, man. I had a nice plus parlay that I was cooking up in the Denver Bronco game. 48.5 rushing yards. He hit that. Cortland Sutton hit yards. Also, Deebo Samuels hit his receiving yards in the first half. But I had Russell Wilson for only 200 yards, man. He couldn't get there, man. And I was like, let's ride. I'm about to ride you up out of town. You suck.
Russell's been struggling, man. Not only has he kind of been a parlay buster, maybe not in yardage this season, but in results. And I don't think with the Broncos and what they've been doing, man, it just kind of looks kind of tough. It looks a little unorganized, but we brought in a new coach for the coach that we brought in to coach. I'm just wondering who is going to be accountable for what's going on in Denver. And it's kind of tough, man, because when I talk about my day late and a dollar short, I feel like I got to be accountable because here I am last week sitting here just ringing the bell for Garrett Wilson, you know, thinking he going to pop off. And you like, damn, I made the bad decision and getting the other Ohio State Buckeye and Chris Olave. Man, then we switch it weeks. We got Garrett Wilson balling out first couple drives, first 2, 3, maybe 4 drives, and then he catches a ball and gets injured, man, and misses a big chunk of the game. He ended up coming back later in the game, but he still didn't get the production we expected. However, your Buckeye, Chris Olave, was able to ball out with the Saints, man. Which Buckeye are you feeling more buckish about with in the upcoming weeks, Jay Reese?
Well, I said it at the top of the season, man. Chris Olave, man, he's that dude just chucking up a whole bunch of YOLO balls. Expect Chris Olave to be at the end of a lot of those. He's about to have a huge season. Not to take anything away from Garrett Wilson, but I got my money on Chris Olave.
Yeah, Garrett Wilson, he still has yet to play with Zach Wilson, so we'll see how that goes when they get together. You know what I'm saying? It could be better.
Yeah. Hit the panic button.
Uh-oh. Well, Cody, sometimes while we panicking, we look to you for our sanity, man. Let's go ahead and turn it into throw it on the tab, man. I just want to know what tabs y'all trying to keep open and which ones y'all trying to close. As far as the things that we talking about with the tab, like Cody, these tight ends have not been performing like we thought they would this year. What tight ends do you think will end up being more productive in the latter half or the last 3 quarters of the year going forward?
I don't know. That's really hard to say right now. But obviously, Mark Andrews, he's going to continue his production. And then Travis Kelce, I feel he will, but he's going to be triple teamed. And then one person I really look to step up is Kyle Pitts, but Darren Waller, I feel could be there too. So it just really just depends.
Yeah.
Hey, do y'all know who the number 3 tight end in fantasy is right now? Behind Mark Andrews?
Is it Fairmouth
and Travis Kelce? Conklin
Zach
from
Ertz.
the New York Jets.
Oh man, I didn't know it would be Conklin. I'm kind of sleep, man, but we still early in the season. We'll see how it plays out because Higbee has had some target shares. Waller has had some target shares, including some red zone targets. They just ain't panned out because the Raiders are the butt. But being a Waller owner, I'm super disappointed in tight end production. Jay Reese, as far as keep the tab open or close it out, man, we're watching Thursday Night Football together as we pod, you know what I'm saying? Tua Tagovailoa just got slammed to the dirt.
He should have closed the tab last week.
No, but Teddy Bridgewater came in on that same drive and threw a touchdown. Do we all of a sudden have a quarterback controversy after Tua's hot start, Tua and Teddy?
No, close in person, and he is real lackluster. He's a good backup. I say he's a solid Miss Winston. He should be a backup as well. And they're like in the same category, except for YOLO balls. I know we're talking about Teddy Bridgewater, man, but Teddy Bridgewater is he's not going to get the Jackson. We've seen it firsthand here. Being a Denver Broncos fan, man. So yeah, you can go ahead and close the tab on him himself. Last week, man, he probably has a serious brain injury now, and he probably won't be playing for a while.
Man, well, I mean, freaking, check please. Like he's saying, it's time to close out. Cody, this isn't a numbers thing, so I'm gonna hit you with an opinion piece. As a Dolphins organization who has had some blurriness in their past as far as quarterback and who's starting, who's the leader, do you come out and say that Tua is your guy on Monday, regardless of how Teddy performs tonight or on Friday?
Yeah, I think you definitely come out and say that he is your guy. I mean, he's your young
You don't
star.
want to leave any unclearness, right? Like you want it to be clear as hell.
Yeah, you want it to be clear. One thing you want to be cautious with is how quick you bring him back.
Yeah.
Because if he thinks he can play sooner after taking a hit like that, we'll just have to see really, because I think that's where it's really going to come down to is how soon they bring him back. If he can even play, for a while. That looked pretty serious.
Man. Well, Jay Reeves, those Dolphin receivers have been hot as fish grease out here to start it off. keep the tab open or close the tab on the Dolphins receivers without Tua? Or do you think Teddy could be serviceable?
Man, I don't know, man. I think you're going to have to close the tab on that, man. Just like I already closed the tab on Teddy Bridgewater. I don't know what we're still talking about this guy, but we're talking to see real piss poor.
We're not talking about him. We're talking about Jalen Waddle, who's one of the highest.
I know, I was getting into it.
And we're talking about Tyreek Hill. How does this look for your fantasy team?
Piss poor production with Teddy Bridgewater, man.
Yeah, all right, man. I like where your head is on that one. We'll go ahead and wrap it up, man. Just go ahead and make your decision, but make sure while making your decisions, you make your weekly bad decision and stick with the beer bros. Y'all know what time it is. Salud. Cheers.
Salud.